The BSDL file format is a description language designed for electronic testing using JTAG and is supported by a large and growing number of silicon vendors. Format includes pin names, their electrical type, and also their mapping onto pads in a footprint. This makes it very useful when creating schematic parts in CAD software. Proteus supports BsdlImport direct from the library menu in the schematic application module. After selecting the file, you are presented with a Make Device wizard with an initial dialog for configuring the pins. The list of pins appears on the left-hand side in the order they will be placed on the resulting schematic part. You can select a pin or group of pins and move them up or down to adjust the order, for example, to make sure all pins on a given bus are placed beside each other. You can, if you wish, rename one or more pins once they are selected. Also, you can place gaps between pin groups to get the layout you want, and place element separators to split the device into multiple schematic elements. There are two important rules to remember. First, pins with an NC label will be treated as not connected pins and will not be placed physically on the schematic part unless you explicitly choose to show them. If you do, you must then tie them individually to NC terminals on the schematic. Secondly, power pins with a common name will be hidden and are then automatically connected to the supply with that name on the schematic. Again, you can choose instead to show power pins, in which case they will appear as individually named pins and you must tie them to the appropriate power rail manually on the schematic. The last thing we need to do on this dialog is specify whether we want pins on all four sides of the component or only on two sides. When we get to the packaging page of the wizard, we will see a named list of packaging specified in the BSDL file. We want to rename the existing packaging and then find the appropriately named footprint in the Ares libraries. When we do so, we can see from the preview on the right-hand side that all the component pins are correctly mapped onto the BGA balls. Note also in this packaging how the hidden NC pins are listed and that power pins with the same name are hidden. The rest of the Make Device wizard is identical to creating a part from inside the Proteus software. If we then place the device on the schematic and launch the power rail configuration dialog, we'll be able to check whether our hidden pins are connected or not. Pins such as G and D, which have the same name as a supply, will automatically be connected to the supply. Pins with different names need to be assigned to one of the power supplies in the project being worked on.